Hey guys, Alison here from Essential Love, sharing the love one drop at a time. I just want to share with you a little bit about placements. And I think that this is probably something that you always learn and grow and develop with, because it's not like a stock standard solid, okay, this is the answer. Every single tree is different. Every single placement is different, because there's just so many varying factors. It depends on who the person you're enrolling is, who their connections are, what their intentions are, everything that comes with it. So don't feel like, it's overwhelming. Just roll with it and go with where you're at. And, I've made mistakes with placements in the past that have turned out to be the best thing ever. So, I don't think there's any such thing as a mistake. You can always, fix it. You can always change it. Just roll with it. Make the best decision based on what you have at the time and then go with that. And I think the most important thing too is place with your heart. I know for myself, whenever I have someone who opens a wholesale account and enrolls, I know instinctively straight away where to put them. Don't second guess that. By all means, ask for advice and learn and study a little bit more. But, when it comes back to it, you have to make the decision. And I think going with your heart is the best way to go. So there's a few different, obviously there's tactics involved with placing. And the one that I choose to use is to place for depth. So, this is what this means. I'll just quickly draw. So, this is you here at the top. And then as you're enrolling people, you're placing them, your sponsor placing them down the line. So like this, pretty simple. And then for me personally, I've, in my legs that are like this, where I haven't had anybody say, yes, I want to take advantage of the business opportunity, I want to build a business, whatever it is, I want to share. I keep placing until I get about 10 to 12 people deep, and then go back and engage these people you've got in your tree. You've given them some time to use the oils, love the oils. Ask them, do they want to host a workshop? Are they interested in earning their oils for free every month? Do they want to take advantage of the business opportunity now? There's no harm in asking. And if you're honest and come from a place of love, then it's easy for them to say, look, not right now. So, once you've got your legs, obviously that's not 12 deep, but let's pretend it is. Go back and engage these people and say, hey, do you want to host a workshop? And if they say yes, then their enrollments come off here as a leg for them. Like this. And then maybe this person just contacts you and says, oh, my mum loves the oils. And you enroll them. And then, you get this sort of thing happening. So, once this leg should be 2,000 volume, which is elite, to be a really solid, good leg. So once I build 2 legs at a time, because I think that's manageable. It just depends on where you're at and what you're up to. But, really concentrating on 2 legs at a time is a manageable workload. So for me, I've got this happening twice. And so the way I worked out where to put people to start with was, this was like a friend's leg, and then I built like a family leg. And the other thing to remember is, when you're placing people, you're asking them, you're talking to them and saying, hey, this is, you don't have to worry about going into too much depth. We work in teams with doTERRA. I was thinking of putting you in this team. What do you think? Because, you might have someone that is technically family that you would place in the family leg, that actually has a good friend over this side that wants to go with them, or they just don't want to be in the family leg because that's not their thing. That's fine. You can give them another option. You control where you put them, but you need to give them, the opportunity to say yay or nay. So, this leg for me was a family leg. So it's coming out here. And sorry, 2,000 volume is not elite, that's executive. Sorry, I'm lucky I picked that up. So executive, this is what we've got over here. And so we're doing the same thing here. We're asking these people, are they interested in building? Are they interested in sharing? Do they want to host a workshop? You know, really engaging with your team. And, you know, that's why wellness consults are so important, because you can tap into these people and ask them and say, hey, you know, explain a little bit. You know, they don't have to give an answer straight away, but you've at least told them about it, because maybe they'll jump in and say, yeah, straight away, I want to do the business. So constantly engaging with these people on your team is really vital for you to grow your team. So once again, get to like 2,000 volume. And then, you know, you've got 2 solid legs in there that they can get to that volume without you working really hard or smashing enrollments every month. And then you can start another leg. So you see how, you know, you want to have those really solid foundations in place before you move on. You know, as you move up the ranks, you do need to add in extra legs. You know, silver has 3 legs, and then gold has 4, and then blue diamond has 5, and then presidential diamond has 6. So you do want to be thinking ahead. Or if you get someone who you enroll and they say, I am definitely 100% in for this business opportunity, then obviously you would put them straight on your front line and they would start building their legs up on their own. That's fine. But, you know, if you don't have builders in these legs, then it's a lot of work to keep building, you know, spreading yourself thin on the ground to try and, you know, create lots of volume to get your ranks. So try and concentrate on 2 at a time. If you get somebody who comes along and they want to build, by all means, start them on your front line, put them in there, or if you can, slot them into one of these positions so that they can start building in there. So that's just a basic overview of placements. Obviously, it goes deeper and deeper and deeper the bigger you get and the more complex your tree becomes, but try and keep it simple. Go back to your heart and go with what you think is the right thing to do. And always ask questions. You know, you've got 14 days to make those sponsor changes. So reach out and ask for help if you need it. You know, you want to make sure you get it right within that 14 days so that you can have that person flourish and grow in the best way they can. See ya.